Crazy D Productions.
There is no polish on this. This is literally almost mirror finish. So we're in the sink right now, and I forgot to say, yes, remove the fan, any electrical device from here. Remove it immediately. Because you are about to get this heatsink wet. That's removed. Take this guy off. You can wash it, brush it, whatever you want. Whoa! We're back. That was falling over. I'm just gonna spray water on this. Throw some soap in there. Yep, bro, I'm weird. So, now what's next? I'm a crazy little guy. I have my own kits of different levels of sanding paper. So we're going to start off with an intense one, and then we're going to finish off with one that's called 3000 grit. So, or something like that. Maybe it's 3500. But this will basically, we'll go from rough to soft and stuff like that, you know. So, let me sort this out and I'll be right back. So we're going to start with 200 grit. It says back there, if you can still see, 220. We're going to start with 220. And then we're going to jump to, where is it? 220 and then 2000. I am missing a leaf here. So we got 220. Alright, sorry for the wait. So yes, we're going to start 200 grit, 400, 600, 2000, and then I think this is 3500. I don't know if this will work because I've used it so much, but I'll still try. So, I guess we're starting off 200. Recommended to use plastic gloves, so I'm going to go put some on. I'll be right back. Well, too bad I can't find it, so what I'm going to start just doing is, the camera's not getting the greatest angle ever. I'm just going to start sanding this left and right. I'm going to speed this up, obviously. So that's what we have after we've sanded. So that's what I got after I've been sanding. It went from the one on the corner to the one in the center. It's like shiny error. So I'm going to continue with a different type. This is 400. Dijon, get the fuck out of here. Alright, and as we can see now, we're getting to a shinier finish. So, 400. Now let's go to 600. So now we're going to, was that 2000? Now we're going to try 2000. I think we haven't tried it yet. Now let's try 3000. Alright guys, well, let's see if this zooms in. There is no polish on this. This is literally almost mirror finish. So, people might be thinking, this guy is crazy. He's about to warp his processor heatsink. Like, he's gonna warp this and it's not gonna work anymore. I'm not gonna warp anything, buddies. So I honestly do this to almost every computer I have. From that finish to this, I mean, come on. I mean, you can see mirror things. You can see the motherboard. Come on, this is like... This is pretty fucking good. Excuse my language. So yeah, I will clean this heatsink, blow it with air, and reinstall it on the processor. I'll be right back. Alright guys, well, we are back, and yes, he is beautifully ready. So I already washed every other component that was required, and what I'm gonna do now is try to center it. I'll drop it down. I'm gonna push down and turn and circulate. So what I'm doing is I'm doing this as I'm going down, and once I hit bottom, then I start doing circles. That is so the processor, let's see how it is now. So you see, now we're at that point. We want to keep on pushing till we are fully on. Some people will be like, this guy is crazy. What is he doing? We're almost there, buddies. Don't push too hard because you might be able to damage the motherboard. That's why I put my motherboard on a microfiber, because it adds like a suspension throughout the whole motherboard. We're almost there. The reason I shined it, people might be wondering, why the hell did he do that? The reason I did this was because I needed it to have better surface contact with the thermal paste and the processor. That way the heating could be transferred even quicker to the processor, so it actually would act as a, how do I say it? When I've done this, my processor temperatures, I've used a speed fan or something like that to check out the temperatures. They would drop from 8 to 12 on all of my computers. So there's some good behind this. There's a reason I do this, because my processors can run at a... There we go, we're all set. My processor can run at cooler temperatures with the same system of like cooling, you know. So I don't have to buy an expensive cooler or water cooling, none of that crap. I mean, it's awesome, but I don't have to buy none of that. And that is pretty cool, if you ask me, because I've managed to basically increase the performance of your normal or average heatsink. So after that, and then also if you see this on your fan, put a brush in there and clean it off. That's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. I've emptied my phone and SD card 32 gig data to my computer 8 times already. So this might be a little wet, which is kind of good for this. The reason is that I'm cleaning this is we already are in. I turn it and then I clean one of the little wings or blades. Turn it, blade, turn it, blade. Because I don't want to re-dust that. The less dust you have on this computer, the longer it'll stay undusty or cleaner or whatever. And then the outer circle in the inside or the inner circle, I grab it by doing this. And then over here, you can use the back side. You can just, you seriously want to get in there though. Where did I learn this? I don't know. I think one day I was bored at home and I took my HP Pavilion A450N, which was my first computer. I took that apart and did everything on it. And I didn't know about sanding yet, but yeah. So this guy will go like this. Why is there dust coming out of it? Let's see. So that'll go there. So I'm going to put one screw as a test of where it's going to be. I'm going to put the second one just in case on the other side. If it's lifting, I don't want it to break anything or bend the aluminum or some weird thing. So my next customization, you people might think he's extremely crazy. I'm going to cut this cable to the exact length to this port. Something like that. That's the little port where I want it. I don't need all this. I don't need a knot in the wire so it looks small. Are you kidding me? Like seriously? Like, I mean, I know they make them long for a reason, but you're kidding me, man. So what I'm going to do is make it really short, probably the size of that. I need to mark it off first. So from here, so sometimes what I do, because that's the easiest way to do it, is I'm like, dude, if I cut this, I am forced to do it now. So now I forced myself to grab this and make it work with this fan at this distance, because it needs to travel to the inside of the fan. So let's consider, I'm gonna lift this one up, and then I'm gonna, let's try something out. So I want it to look something like probably that. So I'm gonna hold it there. I'm gonna put the camera over here, or turn the actual motherboard. Holy smokes. Hold on. The tripod was on the actual So I like the length of that, but then I'm gonna do this and then calculate how much I have to cut. So I have to cut it to here. Yep, there's no going back anymore. Cool. Well, I'll get started on that.